Hi all, very good evening. Welcome to Chandan Likes English YouTube channel. This is Joshna. In this session, I am going to discuss set number 9. Already set 8 has been completed and today I am going to discuss set 9. The PDF which I am going to discuss now, it is available in the Telegram channel. You can join in the Telegram channel and you can download the PDFs. Very good evening, Joseph. I will display the question. If you know the answer, mention it in the comment section. Okay. So let's start the session. Which of the following is a good conductor of heat but a poor conductor of electricity? Copper, mica, iron, aluminium. So what is the answer for this question? So actually I have told that metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay. So previously I have told that metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity and non-metals are the bad conductor or poor conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, so metalloids, this acts as semiconductors. That means they will conduct the electricity between the metals and non-metals. These metalloids acts as semiconductors. Now there is a one like mineral type thing. So it is a good conductor of heat, but it is not a good conductor of electricity. Why? Because the electrons which is present in that mineral, so they are closely packed. Okay, they are tightly bonded or closely packed such that there is no movement of electron taking place in that mineral. So for that purpose, that mineral is a poor conductor of electricity or it acts as an insulating material. So what is the answer for this question, students? Mica. Very good. Okay, so there is a mineral which is composed of like oxygen, nickel, sulfur, chromium, etc., aluminum, etc. So actually it is a mineral. Okay, it is a mineral. It is available in our earth crust. It is composed of some portions of nickel, oxygen, aluminium, etc. Okay, so it is having like its electrons are tightly bonded. So there is no space for the electrons or for the charges to flow in that mineral. So it is a insulating material. That means it is a poor conductor of electricity. We all know that metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity and non-metals are the poor conductors of heat and electricity, and metalloids, they act as semiconductors. That means they conduct the electricity between the conductor and the insulator. Okay, you all know this. Very good evening, Sai Teja, Shrikant, Shyamala, Shivani, Joseph, Krish. Very good evening. Before starting the session, once all of you click the like button. So if you have already listened the class in the morning session, you take it as a practice test, students, so that you can understand, okay, how much knowledge you have gained from my session. Okay, so next question, and tell me what is the atomic number of copper, what is the atomic number of iron, and what is the atomic number of aluminium. So in that session, some points I have missed them, and in this session some may be added. Okay, so there may be difference. There may be difference in the explanation when compared to the morning and the evening session and the evening and the morning session. Okay, you can collect each and every point which I am saying. Now tell me, students, what are the atomic numbers of copper, aluminium and iron? So what is the atomic number of copper? 29. What is the atomic number of iron? 26. What is the atomic number of aluminium? 13. Okay, so mica, it is not an element, it is a mineral. Remember that. And this mica, it doesn't have any atomic number. Why? Because it is a mineral. Very good evening, Praveen Ketawat. You came, but I didn't prepare. Okay, next question. A stone of mass 2 kg is thrown upwards. So actually, Praveen, I will tell in the tomorrow morning session. Okay, Praveen, I will tell in the tomorrow morning session the doubt which you have. So if anyone knows that Praveen doubt, you can clear his doubt. So what he is asking is that Newton is illiterate. So how come he know that apple fall down and it is due to gravitation? So his question is this. If anyone knows that, you can mention your answer in the comment section. Okay. So tomorrow for sure I am going to explain you in detail. Okay, if any one of you know his doubt, you can mention it in the comment section. Okay, what his doubt is that Newton, even though he is illiterate, how he has come to know about the gravitational force. Okay, so that is his a question, you can mention if you know the answer. Okay, and what is the answer for these questions, students? They have given a stone of mass 2 kg is thrown upwards. So a stone which is having a mass of 2 kgs, it is thrown upwards with a velocity. Okay, what is the initial velocity of that thrown? 20 meters per second. Okay, fine. What is its potential energy at the highest point? So when you when you get these type of problems, okay, when something is thrown upwards, so at the highest point, its a final velocity will be 0. Okay, so in this case, what might be the solution, students? Potential energy is equal to kinetic energy. That means at the bottom kinetic energy is acting, and at the highest point potential energy is acting. So you all know, students, mgh is equal to, okay, half mv square, okay, or half mv square. From this, what we have to find, students? We have to find the what is the potential energy we have to find. At first we have to find, okay, we know the mass. What is the mass? Mass cancel, okay, mass cancel. So you will get under root 2gh. Okay, so that is equal to, you all know what is the initial velocity. Initial velocity is equal to 20 meters per second. M is equal to 2 kg, and finally what is that? G is equal to 10 meters per second square. Okay, from this U is equal to 2 into 10 into 20. Okay, so you will get 2 into 10, 400, so 20. U is equal to 20. Okay, so actually 20 is there, we have to find the h, right? So U is equal to what, students? U is equal to 20 and 2 into 10 into h. So 20 square is equal to 20h. So 20 cancel, h is equal to also 20. So from this, potential energy is equal to, M is 2 and G is 10 and h is 20. So what you will get, students? 400 joules. So what are the units of energy? Units of energy and units of work done and the units of heat. So the units are joules. Remember, very, very important. Okay, next question. Longitudinal strain is defined as change in length per unit original length, change in volume per unit original volume, angle of twist, shear angle. Now tell me, students, what is the answer for this question? So actually I have explained in the morning itself. What do you mean by strain? Strain is nothing but have picked like rubber band, I have stretched it. So initially the length of that rubber band will be x centimeters, and when I stretch it, so its dimensions will be different. Now what is strain here? Change in dimension to its original dimension. So that is the main formula for strain. Change in dimension to its original dimension. We have three types of strains: longitudinal strain, volumetric strain, shearing strain. Longitudinal strain is nothing but change in length to its original length. Volumetric strain is nothing but change in volume to its original volume. And finally, shearing strain is nothing but change in object by angle of, change in angle. Change in angle position by change in angle, it is the, okay, shearing strain. Now what is the answer for this question, students? Everybody mention your answer in the comment section. Okay, done. So what I have told, change in length per original length. Actually strain is nothing but change in dimension to its original dimension. If it is in terms of length, and that type of strain is known as longitudinal strain. If it is in terms of volume, that type of strain is known as volumetric strain. And if it is in terms of a tangential force applied, that type of strain is known as shearing strain. Clear? Done. So this is volumetric strain. What do you mean by angle of twist, students? Angle of twist is nothing but, so pick a cloth and twist it. So it makes some angle, right? And that angle is known as angle of twist. Clear? Done. Next question. The SI unit of viscosity is Newton per meter, Newton second per meter square, kg per meter cube, meter per second. So actually, what do you mean by viscosity, students? Viscosity is nothing but, so generally water do not have any viscosity. But for example, take honey. How the honey will appear? So it will be it consists of some density. So that is not, it is sticky. And the thickness of the fluid is known as what, student? Viscosity. Okay, the thickness of the fluid is known as viscosity, and we have one formula for viscosity. Viscosity is equal to pressure into time. Okay, pressure into time. That means we are applying some pressure over a time. If we apply some pressure over a time to like a liquid, so that property is known as what, student? Viscosity. Okay, now pressure. What is this pressure? Pressure, it is also known as sometimes like stress. So stress is nothing but what, students? Force by area. So something, if we are applying some force upon an area, okay, if we apply force upon an area, that is known as what? Stress. Okay, force into area into time. Now what are the units of force, students? Newton. What are the units of area? Meter square. And what are the units of time? S. So Newton second per meter square. Okay, so this is the answer for this viscosity unit. And Newton per meter, it is the unit for surface tension. It is the unit for surface tension. So what is the formula for surface tension? Formula for surface tension is force by length. Okay, force by length. If we apply any force upon the length, we say it as what, students? Okay, surface tension. So meter, Newton per meter. So this is the answer. This is the unit for surface tension. And kg per meter cube, this is the like units for density. What is the formula for density? Mass by volume. Okay, so mass, what are the units of mass? Kg. And what are the units of volume? Meter cube. Okay, kg per meter cube. And meters per second, it is the unit for velocity. What is the formula for velocity, students? Distance or displacement by time. Distance is measured in meters and time is measured in seconds. Clear? Very, very important. Each and every like units are very, very important for exam points of view. Okay. Next question. Ultrasonic waves are those sound waves having frequency between 20 hertz and 20,000 kilohertz, below 20 hertz, above 20 kilohertz, none of this. Now tell me, students, so generally like our human ear can hear a range of like 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So beyond that or below that, our human ear cannot like bear that type of sounds. Okay, if the sounds are below 20 hertz, for example, like seismic waves or like earthquakes, those magnitudes will be like those frequencies will be less than 20 hertz, and that type of sounds are considered as infrasonic or infrasounds. And finally, when the sound is having like a range of which is greater than or above 20,000 kilohertz, so we consider those type of sounds as ultrasounds or ultrasonic sounds. So who emits this ultrasonic sounds? Like bats, dolphins communication, and infrasonic elephants. Elephants like emit the infrasounds. Okay, and for which like device uses this ultrasounds means sonar. Very, very important. Not only sonar, lidar, light detecting and ranging. Sonar. What do you mean by sonar? Sound navigation and ranging. Okay, so these are very, very important. And what is SAR? Systemic aperture radar. That means instead of like sound waves, if we use radio waves, that type of system is known as SAR. Very, very important, students. Okay. Now what is the purpose of this sonar? This sonar, it is helpful. So what it will do actually, it is a type of device. It emits the like ultrasounds. Through that ultrasounds, we can able to find the distance, direction and okay location of something. For example, if there are any hazardous submarines underneath the water, we can detect those things, and we can like find the location of the fishes family, and also we can find the distance of how much the sea level is from the surface of the water. Okay, so these are the things applied for like a sonar device. Okay, so what is the answer for this question, students? In ultrasonic waves, these are nothing but above kilohertz. Below are considered as infrasonic or infrasounds. Okay, so who emits this? Like earthquakes, seismic waves and even elephants. So these all makes this infrasounds. Between this is our human hearing range. Okay, everybody knows this. So I will repeat again and again. There will be no wastage of time. And from this sound chatter, compulsory you have to remember what is echo. Echo is nothing but it is a resound which is heard after 17.2 meters. Okay, it is done for single reflection. Reverberation means the sound which we can heard after it hitting like a multiple reflection, we tell is at what students? Reverberation. Okay, next question. RRB Group D special batch complete course is available on a Chandan except RRB NTPC special batch complete course is also available. SSC CGL special batch complete course is available on a Chandan except. Zero to Hero complete course is also available. Telangana High Court special batch complete course is available. Next question. When a bus suddenly starts moving forward, passengers fall backward due to inertia of motion, inertia of rest, acceleration, friction. So what the question is that it's not 7.2 Sai Teja, it's 17.2. The echo which we utter after reaching 17.2 meters, it will be reflected back. And that is done only by single reflection. Okay, we can hear only, it's like if you say hello, after it is reaching 17.2 meters, it will be reflected back. Okay, and that is known as what students? Okay, echo. If it reflects like more number of times, we tell is as reverberation. Yes. So what the question is that like a human being stood in the bus. So suddenly the bus was stopped. So what happens? So he has fell backwards. So what might be the reason they are asking? Okay. So that's what I am saying, Rami. So those classes for the students who need the classes in Telugu medium, and these classes for the students who need the class in English medium. If you have already listened the class in the morning session, you can also take it as a practice test. Okay. Very good. Inertia of motion. So what the question is, right? So actually what do you mean by Newton's first law? Newton's first law says that a person will be at rest until he is at rest. A person will be in motion until he will be in motion, until and unless an external force is applied on him. So this law is known as Newton's first law. Okay, many applications we can apply on this Newton's first law. For example, a horse rider, when the horse suddenly starts riding, he falls backwards due to the application of this Newton's first law of motion only. In the similar way, when the bus suddenly starts, the person will fall backwards. This is also due to the Newton's first law of motion only. Okay, done. Yes. What do you mean by acceleration, students? Acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity over time. That is nothing but A is equal to V minus U by T. And friction is nothing but opposing force. Okay, friction is nothing but opposing force. Next question. A person standing on a weighing machine in a lift feels heavier when the lift is moving upward with acceleration, moving downward with acceleration, at rest, moving with constant velocity. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. The question is that a person is in the lift and he stood on the weight machine. So actually what the question is that he is feeling heavier. So when compared to its original weight, he is feeling his weight as heavier. So what might be the reason? Is the lift moving upwards or it is doing downwards? So why he is feeling his weight heavier? So tell me the answer, students. Why? Because, okay, so when the person who stood in the lift, so when he is traveling upwards, when he is moving upwards, so what happens, students? Two types of forces act there. So one force will be like a pulling force, which is gravitational force. That is nothing but F is equal to ma. And other force is nothing but apparent weight. Okay, these both combines and that person will feel his weight as heavier. Okay, so when comes to when he is coming downwards, he feels very relaxed. Why? Because there the acceleration due to gravity F is equal to ma will be subtracted. Clear? Yes. What is the answer, students? Very good, Sai Teja. And the answer for this question is, when he is moving upwards with acceleration, he feels his weight as heavier. When he is moving downwards, he feels his weight as lesser. Okay, or in a relaxed manner. Okay, done. Next question. The work done by a constant force on a body over a distance is independent on mass, independent of time, inversely proportional to velocity, directly proportional to displacement. So what is this actually? So there is a system, students. So continuously a constant force is applied on that body. So the work done depends on what? So the question is that there is an object, a constant force is applied on it. A constant force is applied on that system. So how can we calculate the work done? Based on what factors we are going to calculate the what work done? So what is the answer? We all know that. What is the formula for work done, students? Work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay, we all know that work done is equal to force into displacement. So here the force is constant. Okay, the force is constant. That means on a system, if the force is applied constant, so it depends on what? Okay, the work done. How can we calculate the work done? Based on what factors? So based on the displacement. That means if a system, when we apply a force on a system, how much the object is going to be displaced? If something force is applied on an object, how much position it is going to be displayed, and that is known as what, students? Work done. Okay, did you got what I said? Okay, if we are applying a force, actually this is one object, right? So constantly I am applying force. Constantly I am applying force. So what is happening to this object? It is moving forward. That means its position is changing. It is changing from one point to another point. So that is nothing but what is happening here, students? Work is done here. And that work done is known as what, students? Force into displacement. That means it depends on directly proportional to displacement. Very good. Okay. Next. According to the law of conservation of linear momentum, if no external force act on a system, the total momentum increases, decreases, remains constant, becomes 0. So what is this actually? Generally we have two types of momentum. Okay, so one is mass into velocity and impulse momentum is force into time. Okay, if we apply force on a system over a certain period of time, that is known as impulse momentum. But here in the question they are saying that there is no external force is applied on the system. If there is no external force is applied on the system, how can the momentum can be calculated, students? No. Okay, that means the momentum remains constant when the external force is constant. Okay, so in general we have two types of momentum formula. One is rho is equal to mass into velocity, and other is like impulse momentum. Impulse momentum is equal to force into time. They are saying that the force is constant. If the force is constant, so how can the momentum can be calculated? No, even the momentum remains constant. Okay, done. Newton's law of gravitation states that the force between two masses is directly proportional to the product of masses, inversely proportional to the square of distance, both A and B, none of this. So you all know who has brought up this like gravitational law of gravitation, students? Okay, gravitational force. Who has introduced this? Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, actually he told that, what he told? He told that every particle is having some other attracting particle. Okay, every particle is having some of the attraction force, and that force is known as what, students? Gravitation force. And what is the value for the gravitational constant? 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 or minus 11 kg meter cube per second square. Okay, so what they are saying? They are saying that gravitational force is equal to G capital M small m by d square. That means gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So this is right. So what is the answer for this question? Both the statements are true. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Why? Because gravitational force is equal to gravitational constant into product of masses by d square. So this is the standard formula. From this we can write that F is directly proportional to product of masses and F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. And even what is the formula for acceleration due to gravity? Acceleration due to gravity is equal to gravitational constant mass by r square. And what is the value for capital G? 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 and 9.8 meters per second. Very, very important terms. Okay. Next, arrange the following acids in decreasing order of the strength. HCl, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid. Tell me what is the answer for this question. So in general, what do you mean by acid? How can we identify the acid strengths? So if the blue litmus paper converts to lead litmus paper, we decide that solution is acid. Okay. And what is the pH value of acid, students? pH value of acid will be always less than 7. Acid rain, what is the pH value of acid rain? Less than 5.6. Normal rain pH value is 5.6. Distilled water pH value is 7. Remember, very, very important. Okay. So what do you mean by this? Actually, the strength of the acid depends on how they will be separated or how, at what account they are going to be dissociated. For example, HCl, hydrochloric acid, if we dissolve this acid in like water, so what happens? Complete dissociation takes place. That means complete separation of ions takes place. Okay. So what is that? H plus plus Cl minus. So this is 100% dissociation. So we say it as what? It is having highest strength when compared to all other acid. And sulfuric acid, it is considered as king of chemicals or king of acids. When compared to HCl, it is having somewhat less strength. Okay. And next one is nitric acid, which is also known as queen of acid. And the dissociation will be lesser when compared to A and B options. And acetic acid, when we dissolve in water, the dissociation is less than, okay, the dissociation is less than 5%. Okay. By this, what we can say, students, the like a compound which is having highest dissociation, that is having the highest strength. Okay. Now how can we arrange this? 1, 2, 3, 4. HCl is having highest strength than H2SO4 and then like H8O3 and finally acetic acid. 4 to 8% if we dilute acetic acid, what you will get, students? Vinegar. Okay. Very good. Next question. The correct order of increasing atomic radius is sodium less than magnesium less than aluminium less than potassium. So tell me actually what do you mean by atomic radius, students? Atomic radius is nothing but, so this is a nucleus, right? This is a nucleus and it is having shells. Okay. So the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell, the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell, we call it as what? Atomic radius. So for this atomic radius, you note down 2 points. First point is that from left to right, if we move from left to right, if we consider for periods from left to right, atomic radius decreases. Atomic radius decreases. Okay, electronegativity increases. Remember these points, students. Electronegativity increases. Electronegativity is nothing but what, students? Gain of electrons. And second point is from top to bottom, groups. When we consider groups from top to bottom, atomic radius increases and electronegativity decreases. Very, very important, students. Make a note of it or make a screenshot of it, or else we will provide the PDF in the Telegram channel. You can download it. Very, very important points. Okay. And what is the answer, students? Like as we are saying in the point number 1, as we move from left to right, atomic radius is going to be decreased. Okay, so this when you took this option B, aluminium, it is having the atomic number of 13, magnesium, it is having the atomic number of 12, and sodium, it is having the atomic number of 11, and potassium, what is the atomic number of potassium mentioned? I answered in the comment section. Okay, these first three elements, these are placed in the period 3. First three elements are placed in the period 3 and the potassium is placed in the period 4. By this we can say that, okay, aluminum is having the highest atomic radius, then after magnesium, then after sodium, then after potassium. Why? Because potassium as it is in the period 4, as we all know that from left to right, if we move from left to right, the atomic radius decreases. Okay, done. Next question. Consider the following statements. DNA is the genetic material in most organisms. RNA is double-stranded. Mitosis occurs in somatic cell. Which of the following statements are true? And even tell me who discovered DNA. What is the full form of DNA and what is the full form of RNA? What is the difference between DNA and RNA? I have already taught in the morning session. All of you mention your answer in the comment section. Okay. So, do you know what, students? DNA, it is not only present in the nucleus. It is also present in some parts of the mitochondria, some parts of the, okay, tell me. Like a DNA is present in where? Where can the DNA be located? Tell me what is the answer for this question. Very, very important. DNA is present not only in the nucleus, it is also present in mitochondria and where? Tell me. Very good. The answer for this question is only 2 is correct answer. DNA is nothing but it is the genetic material. It was discovered by James Watson and Crick in 1953. In 1953, James Watson and Crick discovered DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. In deoxyribonucleic acid, thiamine protein is present. RNA, DNA is a double-stranded and it is having double helical structure. RNA is a single-stranded. So, what is present in RNA instead of thiamine? Okay, uracil. And this RNA, it is having an extra oxygen sugar molecule. Okay, very, very good. DNA is present not only in, DNA is present. So, from tomorrow we are going to start RRB NTPC graduate level. Okay, Basha, done. So, tell me, this is very, very important, students. DNA is present not only in nucleus, some parts of mitochondria, and even in plants, this DNA is present in the chloroplast also. Very, very important. Okay. Next question. RRB Group D special batch complete course is available on our Chandan Loix app. SSC CGL special batch complete course is also available. APPSC, TGPSC, SI constable courses are also available on our Chandan Loix app. Which of the following statements are correct about electronegativity? It increases across a period from left to right. It decreases down a group. Fluorine has the highest electronegativity. Tell me. I am fine, Basha, and from tomorrow we are going to start RRB NTPC graduate level live sessions. Okay. So, you will get complete update about that. Don't worry. And what is the answer for this question? Okay, as I told you already in the previous question itself, from left to right, atomic radius decreases, electronegativity increases. Okay, what do you mean by electronegativity? Gain of electrons. Okay, gain of electrons, and it is forming cations. And from top to bottom in groups, atomic radius increases, electronegativity decreases. So, fluorine is having the highest electron negativity. Okay, very good. So, all the statements are correct. Match column 1 with column 2. Column 1, sericulture, pisciculture, horticulture, aquaculture. Column 2, rearing of silkworms, rearing of fish, cultivation of fruits and vegetables, rearing of aquatic animals. What is the answer for this question? Students who are in the live session, all of you mention your answers in the comment section. Okay. So, they have given the type of farming and what they are going to be do in that type of farming. Now, tell me. Very good. Okay. So sericulture, it is nothing but rearing of silkworms. That is nothing but converting the silkworms into silk. Pisciculture is nothing but rearing of fish. That is collecting the fish's eggs and making them big and again reproducing them. Okay. Horticulture, it is nothing but cultivation of, no, red blood cells don't have DNA. Okay. Actually, where does this DNA will be there, students? Tell me. DNA is present in the nucleus or the mitochondria. In plants, it consisted in chloroplast. Okay. So, horticulture is nothing but cultivation of fruits and vegetables. Aquaculture is nothing but rearing of aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are nothing but what, students? The animals which live in water. And what do you mean by amphibians? The animals which live both on land as well as in water. Okay. Terrestrial is nothing but the animals which live only on land. Remember, very, very important terminology. Next question. Which bacteria is responsible for causing typhoid? Salmonella typhi, Escherichia coli, Vibrio cholerae, Clostridium botulinum. Tell me. Okay, we all know typhoid. So what type of test is conducted to identify typhoid fever, students? Vidal test. Okay, and for identifying HIV/AIDS, ELISA test is going to be conducted. Okay, and to for the treatment of diphtheria, we use a serum type treatment. And recently, in order to check where the heart was struck, where the heart was blockage, so one type of test has recently come up in order to know where the heart was blocked. So what is the name of that test, students? ApoB test. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so till now no one knows that this test is going to show that where the heart was actually blocked. If you take this test, you will know where the heart is actually blocked and you can prevent you from heart strokes. Okay, so that is known as ApoB test, students. And for lungs, PFT, and for kidneys, KFT, kidney functioning test. Okay, very, very important. And what is the typhoid pathogen? Typhoid pathogen is nothing but Salmonella typhi. It is a type of bacteria. How does it enters into our body, students? Actually, it will enters into our body through the contaminated food and water. This contaminated food and water, it is having the human intestines bacteria. Okay, very good. Salmonella typhi. Biodiversity conservation can be promoted by establishing national parks, banning deforestation, promoting sustainable use of resources, all of this. So tell me, students, give me two examples for renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Tell me. So this is also very, very important concept. Give me the two examples of renewable sources and non-renewable sources. So non-renewable sources are nothing but which can be used only once and it takes lot of time to regenerate again. And resources, renewable resources are nothing but even if we use them a lot, we can actually reproduce them. So those are considered as renewable resources. Tell me two examples for renewable and non-renewable resources. Each and every student mention your answers in the comment section, students. Yes, non-renewable, coal, diamond. Okay, and renewable sources are like wind, tidal. Okay, very good. And what is the answer for this question, students? All of this. In order to protect living beings, in order to protect living beings, there may be anything, plants, animals. So we must establish national parks, and that is first. And second thing is that ban deforestation. Deforestation is nothing but cutting of the trees. And third one is we have to use the resources, okay, which is up to limit only. Okay, these are the three things which makes our biodiversity good. So what is the answer? All of this. Done. Very good, very good. Next question. The primary component of natural gas is methane, ethane, propane, butane. Actually, Bhasha, it is held both in English medium session as well as in Telugu medium session also. Okay, in the morning session I am going to take class for Telugu medium students, and in the evening session for English medium students. So Telugu medium students can also hear this in order to revise. Very good. So methane is the gas. Actually, where does this gas emits from? It is one of the greenhouse gas. You all know that. It has the capacity of absorbing heat 25 to 80 times of carbon dioxide. Okay. Actually, this methane gas will be emitted from wetlands, cattle fields, rice fields, etc. Okay. What is the formula for this methane, students? CH4. The component of natural gas is CH4, and this is the one which is the primary component of methane gas. And what are the primary components of LPG gas, liquefied petroleum gas? Tell me. CNG is nothing but compressed natural gas. Done. Okay. What are the primary components of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG gas? Propane, butane. Okay. Now tell me the formulas for this propane and butane, students. CH4 is the formula for methane, right? So tell me the formulas for propane and butane. C3H8, C4H10. So something like that. Tell me what are the formulas for propane and butane. Tell me. Everybody mention your answers in the comment section, students. What are the chemical formulas for propane and butane? Very, very important. C3H8 for what? C3H8 for what? And C4H10 for what? Mention that, okay? Yeah. Take your time and mention your answers in the comment section. Methane is CH4, right? What is the chemical formula for propane and what is the chemical formula for butane? Actually, these are all organic compounds, hydrocarbons, right? Yes, done. Next question. The gland that secretes insulin in the human body is thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, pituitary gland. Okay, actually, how many glands we have, students? Tell me. Okay, and which is the biggest, largest gland in our body? Largest gland in our body is liver. So what it is going to secrete? It is going to secrete bile juice. So bile juice, it does not have any enzymes. Remember, very, very important. Largest gland in our body is liver. Smallest gland in our body is pineal gland. This largest gland, liver, it is going to secrete bile juice, but it is not like a digestive enzyme. It is not going to secrete digestive enzyme. It is going to secrete bile juice, and that bile juice is stored in the concentration form in the gallbladder. Okay. Now tell me what is the answer for these questions, students. The gland that secretes insulin in the human body is, and the smallest gland is pineal gland, and this pineal gland, it will release the hormone called melatonin, which is helpful for our sleep-wake cycle. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. Insulin is secreted by the pancreas. Pancreas is nothing but it is both having, it is acts as both glands, endocrine glands as well as exocrine glands. Okay. If it is like exocrine glands, it is going to secrete pancreatic juice, which is having the digestive enzymes like proteases, trypsin, chymotrypsin, lipids, amylase. Amylase is going to digest carbohydrates. Lipase is going to digest fats. Trypsin and chymotrypsin, they are going to digest protein. Very, very important. Okay. Next, what is the answer for this question, students? Pancreas. Pancreas, it is going to secrete insulin, which regulates the blood sugar levels present in our body. And this thyroid gland, it is going to secrete thyroxine hormone, which is helpful for our metabolism. Adrenal gland, it is going to release adrenaline and cortisol hormones. It is also known as fight or flight hormone. Actually, when a sudden shock or when a sudden news we hear, this type of hormone will be released. Okay, as how the plants consist of abscisic acid as stress hormone, we are also having this adrenal gland adrenaline hormone as stress hormone. Pituitary gland, it is the master gland which controls the adrenal and thyroid glands. The master of master gland is hypothalamus. If only the hypothalamus sends commands to the pituitary gland, this will regulate the thyroid and adrenal gland. Okay, very good. Next question. Which hormone regulates the sleep-wake cycle? Melatonin, adrenaline, insulin, thyroxine. So just now I have discussed, students. Melatonin hormone is secreted by which type of gland? Actually, this will regulate our sleep-wake cycles. Okay, what is that? Melatonin. Okay, who will secrete this? Pineal gland. This pineal gland is the smallest gland present in our body. Where it is located? It is located in our brain. Very good. Next question. Identify the correct sequence of blood flow in the human heart. So listen, students, first. The deoxygen, listen first of all, okay, just remember, okay, what, okay, actually the deoxygenated blood will enters into the right atrium from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So what happens that deoxygenated blood, again it will enters into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve. So then after, from right ventricle it is going to be entered into the pulmonary artery, and from pulmonary artery it is going to be entered into the pulmonary vein, where the deoxygenated converted into oxygenated blood and it is sent to the lungs. And from that, okay, it is again going to send into the left atrium. From left atrium it is entering into the left ventricle through a valve known as mitral valve, and from that left ventricle it is going to enter into the aorta valve, and from that aorta valve it is going to released from the aorta, and from aorta it is circulating throughout our body. So this is what happening in our heart. Heart is related to circulatory system, right? So what is the answer for this question, students? So right atrium to right ventricle, as I told you. So what valve is present in between them? Tricuspid valve or bicuspid valve. Okay, and then after, from right ventricle it is going to be entered into the pulmonary artery, from pulmonary artery to the pulmonary vein, and from pulmonary vein to the lungs. That is fine. And after lungs it is going to be entered into the left atrium. From left atrium it is going to into the left ventricle, and after, from what is there actually? What is present here? Mitral valve. Mitral valve. From left ventricle it is going into aorta valve. Then after aorta, and finally from body to right atrium. So this is what is happening. Okay. So what is the answer, student? Both A and B. Next question. Match list 1 with list 2. Animals and their scientific names. Lion, tiger, elephant, monkey. Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, Elephas maximus, macaca mulatta. Tell me. So match it and put your answer in the comment section. Daily. So from tomorrow we are going to launch RRB NTPC graduate level live and recorded sessions in order to boost up your preparation. Why? Because from March 16 to March 27, RRB NTPC graduate level exams are going to be conducted, right? For that purpose, we are going to launch a very good sessions. Okay, so what is the answer for this question, students? Lion, the scientific name of lion is Panthera leo, tiger is Panthera tigris, elephant is Elephas maximum, monkey is Macaca mulatta, and cat is Felis catus, and dog is something like Familias. Okay, done. If the speed of the light in air is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second and refractive index of water is 4/3, the speed of the light in water is 4 into 10 power 8 meters per second, 2.2. Come on, tell me what is the answer. Have told you many times, students, refractive index is nothing but speed of the light by speed of the medium. Okay, now try to tell the answer. Speed of the light. Okay, speed has the capacity to travel even in the vacuum. Why? Because it is having electromagnetic radiations, right? But sound, without medium, sound cannot travel. It always requires a medium to travel. What is the speed of the sound? Generally 340 meters per second. So what is the speed of the light? 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Just imagine how much comparison is there for the speed of the light and speed of the sound. Okay, for that purpose only, when the lightning strikes, okay, when the lightning strikes from the upwards, from the sky, if there is a lightning storm, so what happens, friends? At first the light will be observed, then after the sound will be observed. Why so? Why? Because the speed of the light is so many times like bigger than the speed of the sound. Okay, very good. So what is this? Refractive index is equal to speed of the speed of the light by speed of medium. Speed of medium. And from this, speed of medium is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 by 4 by 3. If you calculate it, what you will get, students? 2.25 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Very good. Next question. Little leaf disease in plants is caused by deficiency of zinc, iron, nitrogen, phosphorus. Tell me what is the answer for this question. So yesterday itself we have discussed what is grey leaf disease. It is nothing but due to the deficiency of magnesium. The leaf, magnesium not manganese, due to the deficiency of manganese, the leaf, upon the leaves, yellow color spots will be appeared. That type of disease is grey sickle leaf disease. And this is little leaf due to the deficiency of zinc. What happens, friends? The auxin hormone secretions will be lesser, due to which cell elongation and leaf expansion will be decreased. So for this purpose, these leaves will be appeared in the crowded form. What are the example for this little leaf example? Mango tree. Okay. What is the answer? Zinc deficiency. Scurvy is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D. What is the answer for this question? In general, we have two types of vitamins. Vitamins was coined by C.M. Pang. Water soluble vitamins, fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and vitamin C. So B complex are nothing but B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B5 pantothenic acid, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B9 folic acid, B12 cyanocobalamin. Okay, and the next one, vitamin C, it is known as what, students? Ascorbic acid or ascorbate. Nickname of ascorbic acid is ascorbate. So if a person is having the deficiency of vitamin B12, pernicious anemia. If a person is having the deficiency of vitamin D, rickets. Vitamin C, scurvy. Vitamin A, night blindness. Okay, vitamin B1, beriberi. Vitamin B3, pellagra. Very, very important, students. Vitamin deficiency and the diseases caused by that deficiency. For sure, you have to revise all those things. And what is the answer? Scurvy is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Vitamin A is known as retinol. Vitamin B, we have many vitamins B. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Vitamin D, calciferol. Okay. Now tell me, students, which vitamin is known as beauty vitamin? Which vitamin is known as beauty vitamin? Tell me. And one more thing, our liver will store which vitamin a lot? Most of the vitamin, which type of vitamin is stored mostly in liver? Tell me, very, very important. Students who are in the live session, all of you mention your answers in the comment section, and even put your answers which I have asked in the comment section. But question 1 is that which vitamin is stored almost 80 to 90% in the liver, and which vitamin is known as beauty vitamin? Vitamin E, tocopherol, it is known as beauty vitamin. And vitamin A, it is stored maximum in liver, 80 to 90%. Very good, students, very good, keep it up. RRB Group D special batch complete course is available on a Chandan Law except. SSC CGL special batch complete course is also available. 0 to Hero complete course is also available on a Chandan Law except. Telangana essay and constable courses, Andhra Pradesh essay constable courses are also available on a Chandan Law except. Telangana High Court 859 vacancies complete courses available on a Chandan Law except. Railway exam complete course is also available. SSC exam complete course is also available on Chandan Likes app. APPSC, TGPSC, SI constable courses are also available. SSC GD special batch complete course is also available on Chandan Likes app. RRB NTPC special batch complete course is also available. Bank exam complete course is also available. Bank SSC RRB combo course is also available. APPSC TGPSC Group 2 course is also available. APPSC TGPSC special batch complete course is also available. APPSC TGPSC Police complete course is also available. UPSC CSAT complete course also. Each and every course classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu language. Yes, very good, others. Okay, very good. And classes will be explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. If you need the PDF, you can download it from a Telegram channel. We are having Telegram, Instagram and WhatsApp channel. Join in those 3 channels. If there are any like update, you will get in those channels also. And subscribe to Chandan Likes Telugu, Chandan Likes English and Chandan Likes main channel. Whenever there is a live session, you will get notification. That's all for today. Let's meet in the tomorrow morning, set 13 RRB Group D General Science. Bye, friends. Take care.